Still loading for a minute, but it won't take long, that's for sure.
There we go.
You guys loaded in already?
I'm in.
About a third of the way through.
I'm still loading up.
Shouldn't be too crazy. I don't
Mhm.
think. Let me look at how my hard drive's looking for caching out. There we are. Okay.
I should put this
Yeah.
glasses sniper on you.
So yeah, once you've at least loaded up the credits here, this is the list of all of the names of the people who officially worked on the project.
Yes.
And boy, oh boy, was this an ambitious project.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah. A little too
But-
ambitious for our own good, but
Hey,
hey, we got
everybody
it.
was talking about feature creep, and boy, was there a lot of it here.
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah.
But it's okay. I was tight on the deadline. I stressed that we get it submitted at least a day before the last day.
That's a good idea.
Because of I forgot who's Murphy's law. If something can go wrong, it will.
Oh, totally.
So yeah. All right, once you guys are all loaded in, make sure you accept the disclaimer over here.
So we'll
Cool, we
put
got
the
exactly
disclaimer while
4.
we're
That
still
means this will
loading
work
in.
out great. Let's go.
Yeah, that was the
Ah.
point on this. I thought we should keep it
Mhm.
light.
All right.
So, those of you who might not be read on stream, this game contains scenes with flashing lights, which may potentially trigger seizures for people with photosensitive epilepsy. Player discretion is advised. For best experience, we recommend playing with avatars that do not have any bright lights or complex systems, as it may
Bright
cause the game
lights.
to break.
Nah, it's okay.
Use potentially world-breaking avatars at their own risk. And so I'm almost done. We still have about 500, 600 left, which isn't too much.
Okay. We're trying to make sure
Yay.
all our assets were as small as possible when making this, so our initial loading time wouldn't take forever.
Makes sense,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
in VR right now. Like making things super heavy, you have to either chunk it out in certain ways, and Neos doesn't have certain aspects of chunking. So yeah, smart.
Hmm. Woo. Yeah, after the award ceremony was over and I was with the watch party, I actually got some really, really good feedback from some of the people and some of the I know Prime after everything was done came up and was like, "Ooh, I can make 3 new tutorials because of the world you guys made," and I'm
Yes.
like, "Yay!"
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
just
but he
great.
scolded
Everyone
you a
learns a
little.
lot.
Oh, that comes with it. Game development's always gonna have its issues here and there, but the fact that we're getting more content and more knowledge spread out about Neos because of it is the real
Yes.
victory, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So whenever you're
We're
all
real
loaded,
close. How's everyone else doing? Everyone else probably pretty loaded in already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I've been on this
course,
world
of
so many
course.
times. It's gonna be all cached by now.
well. So there we go. Now I can click on the OK, thankfully. And yeah, feel free to kind of, as we're doing anything, I'm going to just click join in, but
oh yeah.
yeah, say anything that you'd like to talk about, like process or thoughts in different areas, anything.
Mhm. We'll go ahead and start it here. So we've all spawned into I guess this is just called the bedroom. We didn't really name the person's bedroom, but yes, this is the place you start. This is technically the title screen here. There's no actual puzzles to solve here, but in this room, which was modeled by and textured by Titus here, and we have different posters and assets created by other team members all around. We have the 2 core things in this room are this CLI for running game commands. So this computer can actually run commands in the game using the dynamic impulse system. So it's a computer inside of a VR game, inside of a VR engine that I made on my computer. We wanted to be as meta as possible.
Nice.
Yep.
And then over here is how you start the game. You grab the cartridge and put it into the console, and that will
Conveniently lit
initiate
up.
conveniently lit up to make sure people knew that's what you had to do.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Abandonware seems safe. Let's just try it.
Totally not sus.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
sus at
right.
all.
I think I heard somewhere on the stream this scared them.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we have a really nice sequence here. The street lights actually also went out, so your mom's gonna be very mad at you for making the neighbors angry.
Oh, is that what the busting sound was too?
Mhm.
Yes. You created basically a
Nice.
blackout in the entire neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you can begin the Abandonware experience from your creepypasta cartridge that you've just purchased from a very shady flea market.
Yeah, as if it wasn't scary enough. You're like, oh, well, why not just hit play?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Let's go ahead. And hopefully everyone spawned where they were supposed to.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh,
Like I
you
expected
said-
I'm
this.
9.
I have a bit of a
with
family
3
issue that I need to
dots.
deal with. I will be right
All
back.
right. Brooks, just jump to
No
me
problem.
if you spawn outside that.
Okay, be
Be allowed jumping
Sure.
just in case that happens.
Sure.
Escape.
Yay. All right, so Titus is doing something with his family right now, so we'll continue
No problem, no
down the
problem.
road here. Did you want to actually go through all the puzzles, or did you want just like an explanation and I'll go
Well,
through?
I don't think we could go through all the puzzles in an hour, like in a
Yeah,
way. But I
I
would
figured.
love to hear like different explanations, like on the thought of why make Abandonware? What did you have an idea of what you want to make in the beginning? Did it kind of evolve over time?
So
stuff like that.
a lot of this, a lot of the conceptualization and inspiration came from, as Titus would have told you if he wasn't gone, is Silent Hill and a lot of those
Yeah.
old PlayStation 1 scary games. He loves those. And personally, I hate scary games. So working on this was every now and then when I would be coding, some of the things to happen, I would like, a sound would play and I'd think, make sure nobody's there. I don't know. But of course, that's good. That's the environment and kind of ambiance we're going for. It's kind of like an escape room. We have puzzles around and you basically just solve them. So these are just written in Roman numerals here. You can come down here. There's a keypad with some really cool sounds. And the code is 1997, which ties into the lore, which is all around the map here, which was so very graciously written by Hazel and Silveron. Very, very good writers. And so you go around and you just find a bunch of various items.
Remember, this is spoiler alert for a lot of this, everyone.
Yeah,
If you're wanting
spoiler
to go
alert,
through
guys.
this, you don't probably, if you want to see this, you might want to see it after you play, because there'll be nice commentary, but
Yeah.
you'll lose a lot of, you'll learn a lot of the puzzles.
Yeah, it's way more fun to play blind. Woo!
Did you get to a point where you built it so much that it's just internal and you know every little nook and cranny?
Oh yeah, I have ran through this game and speed ran through this game so many times. You have no idea. By the way, this game is compatible with 1, 2, 3, and 4 players, and also available on desktop with mixtures of desktop and VR. We really wanted to stress that after MMC that people could come in, whether they have VR or not, and come and play this, because we want everyone to be able to see what Neos is capable of. We wanted it to feel like it wasn't even Neos, like it's a game powered by Neos was kind of our
Oh yeah.
kind
Nice.
of our thing.
So
So we'll go through here.
what aspects did you contribute to the project, Comdog?
I did most of the development, and as far as the logics goes, and as far as the the entire sequence of linear gameplay goes. We had a lot of help from people like Shrike, who did some puzzles, Ethan, and Mr. Soupcan, who wasn't able to make it to our watch party, but he did some really good stuff. And I helped out, every now and then here and there where things needed to be helped out with. Titus, who's still up there, was our big lead level designer and the art director.
right.
The reason why everything looks as good as it does is because of him.
Let me
stream's
jump to you
lagging?
guys.
Oh,
Oh, is Titus back?
There we go. I'm back.
Oh, there
yeah.
we go. Hey, welcome back. All right,
Hello.
let's go. Speedrun time.
Did you
keeps
point out
lagging,
that
let me
this
know.
level wasn't made by me?
Oh yes,
Let me
this
know if there's
level
any tricks for me to
specifically
not
was
make it
made
lag.
by this level specifically was modeled by Doretto.
Yes.
And let me tell you what,
Doretto
this
is
is
a
a
good
good
boy
looking
at this.
asylum.
Did great.
So here we have one of the lore bits, and they're scattered all throughout the map, and they're basically just little details about the story that you can piece together as you traverse through the Abandonware
yes.
VR experience.
give me a minute. I think we're getting some stream lag. I'm gonna have to see
Uh-oh.
what's going on with that.
Wisp on chat said something about stream lag.
Oh
We're
boy.
still lagging a little bit, y'all. What's the best methods to avoid stream lag? I don't know.
I mean,
I
picking the
don't
right
stream.
bit rate, making sure that you have
I mean, right
things.
now, like, if it's already, like, because it's normally fine. Any thoughts?
Do you have anything in the background like it could be hitting bandwidth?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Sometimes I might try like refreshing the page because the annotate sometimes lags and then I have to like refresh it and it gets good.
refresh the page.
I do look
Let's
more on
see.
the user's end.
Um,
And there's a bunch of scratches on the walls.
What?
You know, all story elements.
oh. Oh boy.
Mhm.
Oh no. The
What's
laser,
good?
the laser button in the photo world is unclickable. Oh no.
Wait, what?
I'll fix
Oh
that.
no.
I thought that the perms were set to builder.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Let them
Yes.
know.
Coolio.
So it's still falling behind buffering. Little lots. Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll power through because I think I still want to.
Yeah, let's power through. We can definitely beat this in less than an hour. I've speedrun this a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to set aside again because my brother needs to be fed.
Oh, okay.
Very-
All right, let's
yeah.
hurry. Let's go down the elevator. Whee!
Go.
Oh no. Oh man. I feel like we're not giving this the proper love it deserves.
The stream knows that we're giving spoilers, so they're trying to make it as hard as possible for people to, you know, see the content.
Fair enough.
Yeah, guys, it's lagging because we don't want you to spoil anything. This was all part of my plan the
It's
entire
part of the
time.
curse. Actually,
Part
it's
of
the
the
curse
curse.
of abandonware.
The abandoned
Wiggles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
body wiggles.
The wiggles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
we
see all the
wanted
spoils, then your eyes will bleed and you'll die.
we wanted to have that thing make sound, but we kind of
Oh,
ran out
yeah.
of time.
Yeah, that's okay.
also- We also kind of wanted to make a voice, but we'd have to explain that in lore.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
have
wanted a lot
time
of,
for
you know,
that.
a lot of the non-diegetic, no vocals, because, you know, I kind of like the horror where it's like, I don't like horror at all, but at least in film, at least in
And yet you
film,
made this.
I like the whole like leave it up to the user to interpretate.
Yep.
That's not a word. Interpret what kind of happens.
You're talking about atmospheric
Yeah.
stuff that has a lot of.
So I got a little player detector here to make sure that everyone's here before you leave. And now we're at Old Birmingham. This map was modeled by Modern Balloony, and oh boy,
Oh, actually, correction. The gas station was modeled by Modern
the
Balloon.
gas station was modeled
Everything else was me.
Oh, okay, Titus, I see. But yeah,
Nice.
the gas station, it was a collaborative effort between Titus and Modern
Collaborative
Balloony.
effort, yes.
Mhm.
Those
Oh, and
cars
so
were modeled by
Zangoose, yeah.
Zangoose. Yeah, he also did
Zangoose modeled the
light
cars
posts.
and the light posts and the generator we're about to see up here in a second. There's one
Who
bug
did
in
the
this game that
sound
will not
design?
affect us, thank goodness.
Tamashi.
Actually, the
Tamashi
sound
did
design and
did
lighting are
this.
so good.
Yeah, the Tamashi did the ambience for this area and also the Asylum that we were just in.
Hmm.
Let's go through here. A little bit of a Dead by Daylight style
It appears
thing
that
here.
the stream is good now.
Oh, Gucci,
Yeah.
nice. So we have these little eyeballs here as hints to let the players know that these are the interactable objects. So this is over here, and then if you come into the very, very dark gas station, you will see a system that, oh my god, caused so many problems. The flashlight system, where you basically take a flashlight and it attaches to your head. This was for desktop compatibility, of course. They used to be objects you could hold in your hand, but
Complications arose.
complications with making this desktop compatible. So we have the gas canister, the jerry can here, and it has the eye symbol on it as well, so you know it's supposed to be the thing that you put over here. And we had a lot of people run through this game, and I wrote down every single instance in which somebody did not know what to do. Because there's no such thing as a bad player, only bad level design, right?
Yes.
Only bad game design.
I do want to point out for those that missed it, there is a sign for the gas
Oh,
station.
yeah.
I
that
saw.
is
I saw when I
flickering.
first came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
First visit
the only
in
word
Israel.
that you can see is burn.
Yeah, I modeled that neon sign up there, and I made it so the only word that you see is burn when it flickers, or the only word that doesn't flicker is burn, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some more beautiful music composed by Tamashi for the gas station here. And this is our save point, so that way if anything were to happen and you wanted to get back to this part, you could click that, and it would give you a password, much like old arcade games would give you one to get back to that level.
I do want to remind others that there is a Bandcamp that Tamashi made for his soundtrack.
Oh, true,
Ooh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
You can
So I
get these
wanna-
songs, download the album, the mixtape.
Yes.
I would definitely listen to it.
Mhm.
It's also
Yeah.
uploaded to YouTube, but if you want to support the composer, go on Bandcamp.
Yes.
Mhm.
Please support artists, everyone.
Yes,
Cool.
support
Put a
your
lot
artists.
of time and
Give
effort to
them-
make something beautiful.
Give
Yes.
them their money.
Whee! Oh, you're
After this
so
loading-
polite taking the stairs or the ramp.
Oh, normally I jump through it. Oh,
Okay, since I know we're gonna
Normally
take
I
a little
jump
bit
through
here, I have to
everything.
go AFK one more time, and then that should be the last time for the
Sure.
time.
We'll
We'll be
for
waiting for
tonight.
you at the exit,
no
brother.
problem.
Yes, I will be quick.
So this map was also modeled by Modern Balloony. This one in its entirety and textured by Titus, and I did the ambience for the the spooky sounds in here, and some of them were also done by Titus, specifically the groany monstery sounds. We have another save point here. Depths. Very, very ominous. So we'll go through here. And this was actually one of the latest, or the last maps we imported, which is why it looks so nice. Because we learned a lot doing this project, and I think this is one of the best looking maps in the entire game.
What aspects did you learn?
Oh boy, well, a lot of our level designers and texture artists learned a lot about the importance of ambient occlusion and baking that onto our maps. Here we learned a lot about, actually I learned this in retrospect. I learned about the beauty of using logics versus components and how difficult it is to kind of
errors.
yeah, the beauty of all of that. It a long time ago, I kind of I used a lot of logics and then transitioned over to using mostly components because I thought, they're components, they're faster. But yeah, a lot of things popped up here and there, which made me realize, yeah, it's in here for a reason. So here's a speedrun strat.
What?
Oh, nice.
I see you've mastered the art of the speed bridge.
Yes.
So we go
Nice.
through here to get another lever.
Oh, thanks for the post.
Another little speedrun hack here. If you turn on seated mode and you go this direction, there's a cloud path. Yes. I will just say I left that there on purpose for the speedrunners.
Oh no!
Oh, and yeah,
Oh, no.
if you get hit by the steam, it's actually faster and you teleport back this way anyways.
Oh, what? There's
Mhm.
So we'll have to start having timers for speedruns for these.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there's actually the lower bit above the first lever actually references a speedrun clip I sent to the team as I was running through it. Whee!
Uh-huh.
And this puzzle was made by Shrike, actually. This moving bridge, he did most of the logics for it. I went through and refactored it, but most of it was all of his design. Also, Shrike did this puzzle too. The Amogus Puzzle, as we call it. Because it's basically one of the puzzles from Among Us.
That's right.
Yeah, let me open this
Oh,
the
joint
right way.
component and headless.
Oh.
It's all right.
Oh, I
Hold
see.
it.
It's because of headless?
I don't
Hold it.
know. I'm not sure actually.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll hold it. Oh, you got it? Thank you. Really cool Easter egg. If you unplug all of these wires, the lights turn off in the entire sewer
Ooh.
system.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It's very, very dark. Oh,
Oh, cool.
it's
Sorry.
closed.
I was looking at the
There we go.
darkness.
Let me just reconnect these.
Oh, that ominous sound seems safe.
Oh yeah, that's actually some laughter.
It slowed down laughter.
Yeah, it slowed down laughter.
Yes.
All right. And now we come up here. Oh, we might have to get Titus. I'll just jump him to me.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Let's
please
go
do,
up.
because I'm back
Oh,
now.
wait, is he back? Are you back?
Yep. Yep.
Get over here before we go up the ladder. Wow, great timing.
Yeah.
Let's go! Whee! And we use the locomotion component that we actually learned about last minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're at a little kind of resting point from all the spookiness where you can just kind of relax and enjoy the waves of the beach. Another save point up here. And this one is the docks.
Now, when you were building this out, well, actually, I'll jump on here
Yeah.
first and ask you later.
Okay.
Let's go away.
As
All
you were
questions are
building
welcome.
this, did
Oh,
you
God.
have the whole blueprint laid out for everything, or was some of it added on later, or how did it work out like while you were?
Level designer?
Okay. So that's a funny, that is a loaded answer, not a lying question. So only the town was blueprinted and laid out. Everything else was just kind of made on the
Yeah.
spot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I realized, all right, so I had everything thought about, the whole town area during the first week. And I modeled all that. I'm like, oh crap, wait, there's all these other places too. And then it's like, okay, we're already in the middle of the month. What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I'll just model a bunch of rooms and then start connecting them, and then there we go.
Yeah, and you got way
Wow.
better as it went through, and you
Yeah.
started doing them real fast.
Right here, this was done really quick.
Yeah.
This was done
Interesting.
without a
Wow.
plan. Like
This
I
is my
started
favorite
here
one,
with
to
the
be
dock,
honest.
and I made the island really quick. And then while working on those buildings, I kept laying out the land, you know, making it nice and flat, giving it its hills and all that, and its paths. And here we go. Now we have Prison Island.
Wow. So
Yeah.
basically, you're just like brute force learning as far as
Oh yes.
Yes.
like level design and layout. Very
Mhm.
nice.
I mean, I do have some like, you know-how on level
Yeah,
design.
but you're way
of
better
course-
now.
Yeah, I've done a lot of modding for multiple games, Doom, Black Ops 3. I even did some level design for 2D games like Super Mario World. Oh boy.
Oh,
I know
like
a
ROM
thing or
hacks and
two.
stuff,
ROM
or
hacks,
like
yeah.
mods. Yeah.
I come from the ROM hacking community for a
Ooh.
couple games.
Hmm. Into the
But here's-
barracks now.
Barracks.
I think
So
that's
here we are.
interesting. Talking with others too, it seems like a lot of people like to work, kind of like how I like to paint too. Is you have the general idea, and then as you're building, you just kind of like, as you see the process, you're like, oh, I'll add a little bit of this to that thing and change that around
Yes.
that way.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
This is trapped. Woo. So let's go through. Fun fact about this, 2 fun facts actually. So there's a door that you have to unlock, and the key is actually mapped out by poems. Now, these poems are actually randomly generated. So it's different
What?
every time you go through.
Oh.
Now, because of time constraints, when you load up the world, they'll be the same every time because you load the world in that save state. But every time the game resets, it'll reset. We were about to fix that on the second to last day, and that ended up breaking one of our other systems, so we said screw it, we'll just leave them there. But if the game ever does run its reset and you run through it again while still in the world, they will be randomly generated every time you go through.
You should tell them what the
Neat.
glitch was. What
Yeah,
happened.
the glitch, what happened was that it ran a function to reset all of the things in the game and randomize everything in the game. That also respawned all of the keys, but because of how things work on updates, we didn't really add any update delays or anything, so we did it immediately
no.
when somebody spawned in. So that made the keys basically parent themselves to the root instead of where they're supposed to be reparented to. So they scaled themselves really big
Yes.
and just went straight to spawn.
They were gigantic. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they were bigger than any of the maps.
Yeah, it was a fun time,
Yeah.
especially on the second to last day.
Yep.
But yeah, so then there are numbers in each of these poems. So this one's 5, and that's the first one. We go into the bathroom.
First verse. The second
Yeah,
one.
6.
5, 6. All right.
Yeah,
Now we need to
5,
find the
6.
third one and fourth.
Yeah, and you modeled this map, right, Titus? The
Yes,
barracks.
all of this. Yeah, this was
Mhm.
all mostly modeled by me. You
Yeah.
did some assets in here, like
Oh
these
yeah,
bunk beds.
I did the bunk beds and yeah. So I said I helped out here and there, so I did a couple of modeling and texturing things too.
5,
8.
6, 8.
Yeah, 5, 6, 8, and then
Yep.
by request of the lore writers, the last is always 1. Spoiler alert! I probably should have said that first.
That's all right. This whole thing's a spoiler, so like no one should be watching this if you don't want to
Yeah.
ruin all the puzzles.
Yeah.
Now the atmosphere, if you just walk through here for atmosphere,
I think vendors should see
that's
this.
never going to change.
Oh yeah, if
Nice.
you walk up to the door, the whispers are actually so. While we were in here, Modern Balloony and Titus just whispered into the mic tool. I basically took that audio, reversed it, and ran it through a couple of delay and reverb effects, and we got
Nice.
a really cool effect here. This keypad, this padlock, I guess it's a padlock or ring lock, was modeled by Zangoose, and opens, and we have the beautiful key inside the spooky eye room. Woo! And now we can go
All
over to the
painted
locked
by
door.
yours truly.
Yes, all texture paint. Titus did some amazing texture work on these levels. Oh my gosh, it
Agreed.
really ties everything together. It makes everything so cool. I'm fangirling over my own team.
Good.
Of course you should.
I'm
Hey,
just proud of
somebody-
everybody. Like they did some good stuff.
Someone jokingly said I was simping for the whole team, and I mean, they're not wrong.
So we go in here, and this is a fun room. This is one of the reasons why Prime gave me that beautiful feedback about components. Because this clock is prone to break. It works
The
sometimes.
iconic And
The
infamous
iconic clock. But yeah, the time is on the paper here. It's 6:10. Ties into the lore. Let's see if it works.
Please work. Please work.
It will.
Please
It
work.
will. Every time I do it, it works. Every time I do it, it works. For some
Good.
reason. That's what I hate. The bugs that work every time you run them, and then every time somebody else does it, doesn't. Classic developer stuff. Works for you. Works on my PC, right? Let's go through here.
More lore here, but we're on a bit
Also,
of a time
music
crunch.
composed by Tama in this room as well.
Yes.
Was the lore created throughout, or was it mostly in the beginning? The lore
It was
created?
synthesized kind of throughout, and then we actually got some people to write the official lore around nearing the middle to end.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
They actually
Alright,
had
come
to
on
come
in.
explore all the levels and just give it a good look-see before they wrote everything. Because a lot
So
of
now-
the lore
yeah.
ties into the level design.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Now we're about to go into the spooky area.
Yeah, that's all.
Just
bloody.
take a dip down. Whee!
Yes.
Or... Bah.
All right.
So now we're in here.
let us-
Yeah, why don't you guys do the honors?
yeah, you do it.
Grab the good old-fashioned sledgehammer here.
You want to do it, Brooks?
Oh, American.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on. Don't go.
Except I'm seated.
Let
now.
out all of your rage.
What?
There we go.
Little gentle.
Yeah, you got to do it pretty hard.
Okay, so I
Welcome
do want to
over
say something here. These grates that are on the floor, this harkens to the aesthetic, to the creepy, screwed up worlds in Silent Hill, where everything's like rusty and metal and industrial. I took all that ideas and put it in here. So this is
Yes.
all a love letter to Silent Hill.
Mm.
Yeah. And come over here, another beautiful save point.
This screams on
worlds.
PS1 too, if you ever heard of that group.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're on our PS1 aesthetic avatars.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
We planned everything out. Don't read this. This has bad words on it. Don't read that.
That's okay.
So we come through here. I think this way's faster. I've done a couple tests. It seems the same length, but it's faster. Trust me. I'm a speedrunner.
Yeah. Just don't slip into through the grates. 'Cause
Oh
apparently
yeah,
somehow
one
somebody
person had that bug happen to them where they fell through the grid. I have no
What?
idea how that happened.
plane colliders might be a little finicky sometimes.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Miss
this is
Gliders.
a wonderful room.
Ah, yes, this is a very wonderful room that definitely makes people
I
feel
love
uneasy.
this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Titus, you want to fall into it?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see.
Oh.
And there he goes. He's dead.
Uh,
He just spawns back at the save point.
what did you use for the squish sound?
The squish sound? Oh, we found a couple of CC0 squish meat assets, and then we basically... So, a lot of the sound design here was me mashing together a whole bunch of different CC0 assets and assets I captured with my task cam. And
nice.
just basically combining them and layering them to make a really neat type of sound. Like, you'll hear up here the sounds that play when you...
Ah!
What?
What?
What? Did you fall in again? Yeah, these sounds, I do
Oh,
not
no.
like these sounds at all.
I'm trying to come back to you guys, but I keep falling.
Don't fall. Get up.
I was trying to say, I was trying to do a joke. Gamers don't die. We just respawn. I guess the game didn't want me doing that.
Yeah. Also, music in this area composed by Tama. Tama did a lot of really good work for this. You definitely check out that Bandcamp.
Hold on, let me bring this sledgehammer with me. I feel like it's...
Oh yeah.
Empowers
Every time we
me.
did a playtest, people always brought the sledgehammer with them. They
That's funny.
really liked having that.
Oh. Bah.
So we're in here. This is actually another fun fact. The same music as the last room, just reversed and slowed down, which I did in FL.
Yep.
So there's a speed run route through this maze, so I'll take you that way. The quickest way to get through, because I have ran through this so many
Let's go.
times. Another good demonstration of the locomotion component that allows you to override your character controller. Woo! Let's go this way.
Intense clanking of the controllers as we move really fast and wave dash.
Yeah, wave dash through the map. And then here's the end. Yes, very short maze. Whee!
It's only really long if you're paying attention to all the dead ends in the lore.
Yeah, and the lore. Oh, another unfun fact, the wind that goes down when you play, I had to make at the very, very last minute because we found out we found a wind sound. It turned out it wasn't CC0, so we
Oh.
like had to go back.
Oh,
I
no.
literally, I pulled out a synthesizer like really fast and made some white noise and edited it a little bit, and now that's the
Yeah.
sound you hear.
It works.
You have no idea how hard we panicked. At that.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Alright,
there any
I
areas
must
that were
say
like
goodbye to
major
the
struggles
sledgehammer.
or like major stressors that you had to kind of overcome within such a short period of time with this such a scope?
It was definitely the struggles of finding what stuff was CC0, what wasn't. Because
Yeah.
like in the last week we were like going over, okay, so what assets have we used, and like look over it and see what their copyright stuff is.
Mhm.
We figured out there was some fonts that we used previously that are not for commercial use.
I know
They
it's
said,
frustrating.
yeah, they said so specifically. What was it say? It was like personal use. Yeah, personal use only.
Yep.
Mhm.
We had. It's easy to miss, but there are some boxes that's underneath the bed in the bedroom, and there was a like a board game, and it was using the font Primetime, I believe. You said you used it
Yeah.
before.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That
not
is not
CC0. It is only for personal use. So I had to
Yeah.
go back and change it to
Aw.
Comic Sans. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah, but that's better.
Aw.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact about that is that I actually have I'm doing a logo redesign contest for my own business because it uses a
Mhm.
font that's not for commercial use, and I found out a few months ago, and I was like, uh-oh. So we're about to pass what I call the ghetto Chuck E. Cheese. That is the official name for it in the inspector.
Yes.
At least the
It's
light
the
is called
name
the
in the
Chuck E. Cheese
files.
light. Yeah. And it ties into the lore. You can't go in there, but it's definitely a part of it. Man, I still love how this looks.
Oh, agreed.
Let's go. Whee! And now we are in one of the best maps in the entire game, the Cell House. So
Who was in
Tama did the
charge
music.
of the? Oh,
Oh, yeah?
sorry. Yeah, after you.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Tama also did the music in this area as well.
Who worked on the transitions and what went in
Woo,
your
that
all's
was
heads
me!
thinking about that?
Yeah,
Nice.
so I did all of the back end, the way the game works, the way the linear pathing for it, making sure that everything kind of runs, that every character is able, or every player is able to spawn. I did a whole bunch of different dynamic variable game state stuff, just to make sure that, you know, any system that we made could tie in and mesh and work with an architecture that was easy for us to go through and edit and change. Because the one thing that I know that a lot of people struggle with, especially if they're not game developers, is that they'll create these architectures to get things to work right then and there, and they don't necessarily think about, you know, down the line what's going to break and what's going. Yeah, I see you shaking your head. You know all about that. So I wanted to make sure that we had a system using mainly dynamic impulse triggers and dynamic variables that if something needed to change, if a system didn't work quite right, we could go in, change maybe just a few strings here and there, maybe one or two logics nodes shift around, and that's it. Because I wanted it to be easy to change and manage, and it made everyone else's job easier too. Like it's something I really care about being a game developer myself. So let's get one of these. I call them Doritos. They're sigil pieces, but I call them Doritos. I have names for everything in here.
Yes.
Let's go down. We made a joke a long time ago about using both of your control sticks to move forward. Whenever somebody would play test, I would act as like a tutorial voice and say, "Did you know you could use both of your control sticks to sprint?" And then we would just like every
Nice.
5 seconds we would say that, because you know like how those games will usually like give you tutorials even though you already know what to do.
Yeah.
That sounds like actually a good like joke game idea altogether. That it's kind of like Stanley Parable-ish. That's telling you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if there's gonna be a meme category next year, I'm definitely doing a meme game.
Yes.
I
I
do want
totally
to
am.
mention here for this area, this was also heavily inspired by Silent Hill 2. There is a prison in that game that is beyond screwed up and still makes me uncomfortable to this day to explore.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I took those ideas and put them in here, especially this music that makes you very highly uncomfortable. So I told Tamashi when they were making the music, just make this music really screwed up sounding.
Yeah,
Anyway,
make everyone feel weird.
this is an important place right here.
Oh yes, this is very important. Ambience here was also done by Tama. Once again, amazing work.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great dark ambient.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have another piece over here with a very fun room. This is the doors room.
Was inspired a little bit by Super Metroid's like statue room.
Yeah. In this room, we actually just had this door sideways because we wanted it to appear like weird, but somebody thought it was a bug, so I was like, all right, let's just add way more doors.
Yes. I love that.
One
like
open door.
mechanics.
All right,
Woo.
this animation was done by Shrike, I believe.
Strike, yes.
Yes.
Well, I should also mention that the elevator in the Asylum was primarily coded by Ethan.
Ethan, yes.
You know, Flux, yeah.
Yep.
Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. He did such a good job on that. Let's go through here.
Yes.
Whee! So I did the ambience for this next area. And yeah, suspense.
People
Ooh.
were so scared to go through this hallway because they were like,
Yes.
"Why is this so quiet?"
Oh yeah. So I mentioned before I hate horror, which is why there's no jump scares. You know, some people wanted to add jump scares. I was like, no, I'm not going through this game with jump scares in it.
Jump scare's too easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this section. This was probably one of the WoW sections when going through it the first time.
That's what I was going for, baby.
Yeah.
This was inspired by a boomer shooter called Dusk. It
Yeah,
kind of
I remember
harkens
that.
back to Quake's visual style, and there's a level
Yeah.
in that game where you go through a lab, and then suddenly it starts getting really weird.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's based off of.
I love it. The boomer
Yeah.
shooter. That's funny. Yes.
Yeah.
As
Yes.
as we
Yeah.
were like doing this map, since it was around the end, I was just chilling here, like doing the overnight, right, the graveyard shift, and
Yep.
I just brought two guys in here, and I was just audio streaming in using the audio streaming feature. Myself and FL Studio composing this ambience, and I basically was surveying them, being like, "Hey guys, does this make you scared?" And we were able to have a focus group there to make sure that it was as scary as possible. You know, because it's all about getting word of the. Well, I mean, we took testing very, very seriously. Like I had a notepad like thing every time somebody went through and wrote down everything they didn't know about, everything they liked, everything they disliked, what did they want to see added, what did they want to see removed. Like I was super on that because I want everyone to like come through this, whether they're a horror fan or not, and really enjoy.
This
really
is a
enjoy
great
it.
part too. I love that. The gravity change and the very
Oh
smart.
yeah. Notice this is actually Ghetto Chuck E. Cheese, the one we passed by
Oh.
earlier.
It's just a
Oh,
little bit
nice.
more weird. It's warped. I actually made the floor very warped.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Nice.
Over here.
wait.
Whee.
Bah.
Let's go on down here.
What's funny, the first time I went through this, person I was with, we were talking about how it's really important in VR to do things that you can't do in real life.
Exactly.
Because that stuff, and right when we were having this conversation, we came on this part. I was like, all right.
All right. Let's
Let's
start
go.
this.
Haha. Oh no.
We're back to the real world.
That's okay. I have a great respawning system for putting people back in the right place. Good thing you fell through, because that demonstrates that.
Yes.
So we have
that's
a
funny.
variable that lets the world know what map it's on, and if you fall through, we have a custom death plane that basically just puts you back at the position of the spawn. There's actually 4 player spawns in every area, which is why the Asylum was able to let you spawn in the different rooms.
Oh, nice.
And just ran a quick for loop for everyone in the player route. Oh, and the music here, also composed by Tama, actually has Zane doing the throat singing.
I knew it was
Yes,
Zane.
that is him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
literally. He was doing.
Oh, wow.
What were you gonna say?
I was just asking if he can throat sing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing it in a world that I went with you, and
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, can you provide your throat singing to me in an MP3? And then we used it as a sample for the song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the very end here, you touch the book and it
Uh-huh.
plays through the game credits. So we have like the MMC credits and then the game credits.
Yes.
Yep. And this song here was actually composed by me. And it's actually a rendition of the save theme that you hear when you're by the save points that was originally made by Tama.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Leitmotifs in music are my favorite.
I know what you were gonna say.
What?
Kink?
No, I was gonna say bread and butter. What are you talking? We're on Twitch.
That's
Titus.
alright. Nah, it doesn't matter. You can. This is a PG-13 plus type thing,
Okay,
so it
cool.
could be.
Yeah.
Letter thieves can be anyone's kink. Like, come
Yeah,
on. If you're gonna
kink
have a
as
kink,
in a
like,
knot or
aesthetics,
something like, you know.
No,
in a,
whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Creator Jam.
You got
stream,
everyone's
we can do
name there.
whatever. We can do
Oh yeah,
whatever.
project safety. The fun thing about that, the reason why I added that credits is because we had a couple of sync errors, and so I had always had somebody with me just in case to back up the world in case anything happened. So Titus and
that's
Imp both
smart.
contributed to that. Thank goodness.
That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, the Easter eggs! I gotta show you those in a second too. And after
Ooh.
after this, we'll
Extreme
fly through the
spoilers,
map.
everyone.
Yeah, extreme spoilers. We'll fly through the map,
Yeah.
and I'll basically just show you kind of everything really fast, and then a few of the Easter eggs. And oh yeah, so this we took note of every single person who has ever been in the world and ran through. Obviously, these are non-team; they just came and played it.
Of course.
But yeah, we had a lot of people come through, and we have our programs used here. Yep. Special thanks to Fruxius and Neo staff and Medra, of course, for letting us, giving us a reason to do this. And
Yes.
you, which is technically still that. And we have
Yes.
some of the other credits here. We used Archimesh, so we, commented, credited that we used Archimesh. A lot of various CC0 funds. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you, Frooks, for making this amazing engine.
Oh.
Wouldn't be
Yes, thank you,
here without
Fruxius.
you.
Yes. And then there's a photo we took. Whee!
Yeah.
It's got
I think
everybody there.
Possibly we could invite some other team members here to answer some questions, because
Yeah, let's see if we
ran
can
out
get
of time. I
a.
do have to go. Like I
Okay,
actually don't have time.
Yeah, invite some people here. And then
Thank
what
you,
we're gonna
Titus.
do.
Of course,
Yeah, thank you.
of course.
Thank you so
Pleasure talking
much.
to you.
Likewise. It's like meeting you for the first time. It's
Yes.
really nice to see you.
Oh yeah,
Nice
you
to
have
meet you
it.
too.
Yeah.
I really
I
don't
hear
like.
so many good things about you, especially
Aw.
from Scrainer.
Aw,
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Can you make me build it really quick?
Oh crap!
it
Let's
takes
make
so much like for
everybody's a
building
builder.
this. It's
You're
like
a builder.
Yeah.
And you're a builder. And you're a builder. Okay.
Yay.
Wait, one more.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna invite Shrike, Cute,
Yeah, invite 'em all.
and Scrainer. There's a bunch of people here in the team that don't want to be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right, let me hit this really quick. Reset game.
well,
okay.
That puts us all back and re-randomizes everything.
Cool.
Alright, so let's all go into edit mode really quick. Yeah, cool. You don't actually be in builder to like no clip either. If you go into edit mode, we made it so all of the maps are full bright, so you can see everything on them. And that, oh my gosh. And we also made it so
Explosion
you
of people
can,
joining.
no clip and go around, and you also get helpful hints
Okay.
around the map, letting you know where all the different maps are.
Before
So
I
if you go into edit mode under session edit mode,
thank you all for all the hard work you did.
you.
I appreciate
Okay.
every one of you.
皆さんお疲れ様でし
Are you on edit mode?
Now I have to go because I actually have things I gotta do IRL.
Alright.
Thanks again for going through all this.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Mhm.
Thanks again for making this. This
Thanks
is
for
a
hosting and
phenomenal experience.
Yes, thank you.
it's one of like
Everybody.
it's the best experience
My
like in
pleasure.
years.
That's what it's for. That's what it's for.
And so as you can see, this is Scrainer, our project manager, and also Cute, our other project manager. They helped out a lot. Scrainer organized, brought everyone together for this project, and Cute ran the Trello, which helped us stay severely organized. It was an
So they
amazing
had Trello
effort.
on it.
Shrike over here did a lot of the puzzles and logics. And Modern Balloonia, as you know, did the gas station and the sewers, which I love the sewers. It looks great. Hazelpup was the primary
Thank
writer
you.
for the lore, as you saw scattered around the map.
Fantastic job on that.
Yes.
Sorry.
So let's all go into edit mode. I will quickly fly you around out here. Yeah.
Okay.
Need to get into edit mode.
Secret sauce, everything's properly
Oh.
mapped out.
Everything's
Here.
just a stock, boring skybox.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Going over here.
How do I do it?
Oh, it's weird to see it in the brightness.
Do we want to talk about how
Yes.
that music that pops up is kind of a Stranger Things kind of like?
Oh yeah, the music that plays when you turn on the TV. Scrainer actually sent me or actually in the world, I did the effect, and Scrainer just played Stranger Things music along with it. And I was like, all right, we have to do something like that, and that's why I made the track
I like how
to
you thought it
kind of
was
sound
some
that.
like fancy like shenanigans. Like no, I just
Yeah.
put a player over there and put it in like 2D audio.
Yep. And so this CLI here, as mentioned before, actually can control the game. So if I type in game TV on here.
Wait, how are you typing it? Where are you typing it from?
Oh, it's just a text field. You click it, and I'm typing on my
Okay,
keyboard.
got it. Got it.
Mhm. You can do game TV on, and
Bah.
Actually,
we'll run the sequence.
Oh,
I've been
cool.
through this many times.
Yeah, it can still scare you. It's
Yeah.
funny.
and then reset. We'll reset that, and it will put everything back to where it goes, including the cartridge's position, you know, and putting everything back.
Still have the
We have a
Easter
lot
eggs
of
in here.
yeah, we have the Easter
Yeah,
eggs. So we
play
have, for example,
them.
Scrainer.
Freaking adorable.
Freaking adorable.
We have
Yeah, I'd
me
like to get a large pepperoni.
in reference to that pizza, and who else do we have? We have Zane.
There's the tool time one.
Oh, this one's great. So, Tool Time. So we wanted to get Tim the Tool Man Tool Time doing the, but we were scared that it was CC or not CC0. So we actually got Sykes, one of the moderators, to do it, and he sounds just like Tim Allen. I don't know how he did that. It's actually Tool Time. So we did Tool Time, and here you go. It sounds just like him. It's ridiculous. And then who else do we got? We have Coffee, because Coffee came in.
Delicious.
Saying his signature phrase. I don't remember all the other names we have in there. We have Imp, who helped with Project Safety. He says golly.
Who else do we have?
Who else do we have? I can inspect it really quick. It uses a great system that uses dynamic variables, which I actually learned a while ago from Coffee. And selected the CLI, right? I did. And so we go here. Oh, it's actually under global. Oh, by the way, here's what the world root looks like. Look at this. Nice and clean, baby. Got everything in there, and then under our console is where we have the Easter eggs, and there is all of the names. So it just uses the slot name, and then it pulls using the read dynamic variable of type audio clip. And oh, we have Soap in here. Yeah, Soap's gave me a shout out in his sphere detector world for that thing, so I'm gonna give him a shout out. He says heck, his signature Soap phrase.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up for you.
And we have Titus. Titus is in here. What did he say? I forgot what he said.
Pork.
He says bork because he's a dog. Yeah. And then we have Lex, but I'm not playing his because he made me angry earlier. But he won't mind.
Oh, jeez.
No, he's actually my moderator for my community, so I'm doing this to get back at him. He'll understand. But yeah. So if we fly around here, the next place you go to is the Asylum. If you scale up, you'll go a little faster. So we're on. And you can kind of come through and see. We actually have an unused second and third floor that we were going to use, but are not used. Second floor was opened up just so we could at least have it be used for something.
Yeah. So idea had the collapsed ceiling.
There's a lot of teamwork in this very room.
Yes. Oh yeah. Model this.
Finding the lore around here.
Tried
I
to
didn't
model,
remember
and then
Yeah. So many people wanted it to work, we couldn't get around to it.
May have time now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then to make sure that this game was desktop compatible, we made it so you could not grab the objects unless you're within a certain range, because I wanted you know, both.
So you can't grab it
Yeah.
to like here or whatever.
You
Actually,
can if you
maybe
get close enough. Yeah, if you get close enough, you can.
I forgot what the range was. That's fine. The door's unlocked
Yeah.
anyway. So.
So it just uses a bit of logics to check whether or not you're near it, or if a player's near it.
That's right.
And then,
Everything's door is going to be locked, but now it wasn't.
yeah. And so you can just kind of go through. This room is actually mirrored. So everything in this side is actually mirrored from that side.
Literally.
Yeah, that actually ties into a puzzle that's on these computer screens here. So there's actually a little hint on the box where the key is hidden.
Oh.
And so if you go in there and you can tell the differences between the two rooms, you know to like go to the box, and therein lies the key that unlocks the door over there. And then this lever puzzle was originally, you did this one originally, right,
I had a
Shrek?
few iterations. It was kind of my first thing. No, the clock was my first thing. This was the second.
Yeah, so Shrek came up with the concept and design for this puzzle. And it went through a lot of iterations. Once it was done, I went ahead and like added some different models to it and added the hint.
It's like currently, like, you just you just pull each lever, and then that's all you need to do. Everything's gonna have like when you pull a lever, it would change like kind of multiple lights at once. You gotta get them all on. Just figure out the right combination of levers to pull.
Yeah, but we ended up scrapping that because as some place testers went through, you know, we thought it was a little complicated for the first level. It was a really good puzzle, but you know, play testing and stuff.
Also, it's originally going to be up there instead of the keypad lock.
Oh yeah, true.
Down here.
So let's go on. Oh yeah, in the basement. So the basement was planned to be way bigger, as you can see, but we made it smaller. Yeah, it was gonna be huge.
Do we want to mention that very silly bug that Zangoose accidentally found out when trying to do the material on this body bag? It somehow affects the elevator.
What?
Really?
Oh, did it?
Wait, what?
There's
But you
a
don't
little.
remember?
There's
No,
a
I
thing
don't.
this. I don't know how many
material
people
tip on
know
here will
this.
cause the elevator to just break.
Oh, that's just a collider thing. It's probably when I was working on it.
If you like grab this lever, after like a second or so, it'll start moving. I don't think many people notice that because they just kind of turn around and start leaving.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
No, they saw it when they went through.
See, like
Nah.
there you go.
Yeah, I even looked
Alright.
over there to see if
There's
all
quite a
of them
few
would
more
be moving.
maps, so let's go through real fast. Meow. At the top here. Next place you go to is Old Birmingham, which is this way. Whee!
There is it. There it is.
And this is the second largest map in the entire game.
Aren't these cars randomized?
The colors were gonna be randomized, but we decided not to.
Alright.
You know, all embellishments later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think these decorations around here were added kind of last minute.
Oh yeah, all of these.
Yeah, they were.
For the longest time, this was just bare.
Yeah.
And like in the last couple days, I came here like, oh hey, people have dressed it up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I modeled that and I just textured them.
Yeah.
The bare shelves
but
was,
I
like,
also
conceptual
textured.
stuff we wanted to add, but that were not our priority.
Of course.
You know, but yeah.
Oh, a long time ago in an earlier iteration, this ATM actually linked to my Neos tip jar. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, wow.
You just told everyone. in
Stealing all the
stream,
tips.
Doug.
All right, everyone on stream, keep
I
it
mean, you
secret.
could have had this link to it instead.
True, yeah. I was thinking about adding it back, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
All right. And then back here, there's a. Oh, yeah. Here's one thing we actually missed that was mentioned to us. These trash cans are still grabbable. Luckily, nobody grabbed them, but they are.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on over to the sewers, which is this way. Let's go through quick. I know you guys have been streaming for a long time. I never do streams this long. You guys are crazy. Yeah, Mentor's doing Creator Jam after this. Oh my gosh.
I did a lot of work in here. It's been
Yeah.
like a while. Just
So let's just see this one from the outside because it's a little easier to see from the outside here. You know, you traverse through and you go down here. You have the first lever that you need to get. We have the bridge, which was coded by Shrike. And then, you know, the whole map was made by Ballooning. It's my favorite map. I cannot stress that enough. We got the steam room here. And we have the Among Us puzzle over here. And then after that, you go up the ladder, takes you over to the beach. And I'd love to spend more time, but let's go. Whew, where's the beach? Oh my gosh. Okay, this way. Yes, I get lost.
I do want to say one thing
Oh,
about
whoa.
the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the Medra? Like originally, the cable puzzle at the end was going to have this thing where if you kind of gave too much current, if you connected too many cables, it would like kind of overload the sewers. Everything would turn off. You had to kind of backtrack to find the breaker switch to like reset it. I wasn't able to do that in time because I was having some issues implementing things. Just kind of decided to prioritize other things. So that's unfortunate. We had to cut that.
Such is the game developer
Thing.
life.
I'll think you'll come
I
up.
need
Oh,
to-
yeah, please.
There's another thing that I need to say about the sewers and gas station is that this was my first time ever doing something like this, so it was really fun
yes.
to actually like participate in something like of this scope, if that makes sense. And it was really
Absolutely,
cool.
yes.
Yeah,
To be part of something big. Yes, that's exciting.
it was.
So do you think you'll do it again?
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Probably.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I learned so
very
much
much so.
from this.
I learned a lot too. Like, it's all a process of learning. That's what MMC is. I feel.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful.
Seeing
Well,
what
they
you can
gave me
make
reason to
with
use smart
everyone
materials.
set and learn some new things in the process.
Oh yeah. Smart materials.
Nice.
Yeah, like, it was something I needed to learn, but never had a reason
Yep.
to.
So this one's just a really short waypoint. You know, you go to the beach and you go over here and save to the boat. Oh, another thing, all the water ambience and all of the like kind of wind ambience were actually made by a synthesizer that I have. So,
Sounds like some noise and some other stuff on top.
yeah, some noise and everything. And we tried to make as many of the assets as, you know, kind of like our own as possible. We did have to get a few CC0 here and there, but we really wanted it to be like a kind of, you know, all of our own type of thing. So that way we could, well, one, avoid the whole CC0 trap of accidentally having non-CC0
I was
assets.
so terrified you miss one
Yeah.
thing and you get disqualified. Because
So we gotta go over, we gotta go way over here now.
That did happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
So this is the biggest map. in the game. And it looks phenomenal.
I think this is one of the first maps that was imported, right?
Yeah, I think this was actually the second map we imported, like right after the bedroom. There's actually a little CLI over here.
Twice.
So if you can manage to somehow break the game and get over here, you get a little of the CLI being here. I just put it here to test, you know, some stuff in the game. But if you can get there, you know, yay, you did it. I wanted to put actual physical eggs, but of course, time constraints.
True.
Yeah. And so, of course, as we go through here... Yeah, don't go... Oh, we actually made a whole bunch of different invisible walls to make sure people couldn't go up the walls because of, you know, slopes. So the way this pathing works out is you actually come to this island twice. You come through here and you go through the barracks, and then after the barracks and the maze and everything, you actually come out the other side. So this is where we came out, and then we pass Ghetto Chuck E. Cheese, and then this leads into the cell house. And so let's really quickly go through the barracks and all of those maps, which is over here. Yeah. Oh, that's the basement. Here's the barracks.
During development, I started keeping an inspector pinned to myself so I could jump to the different maps.
And as you can see, the poems have been randomized, so now it's like 3, 8, 4, and it's all different. And the combination lock will respond in kind.
I think now that we have time, I could probably make that work, so it will be randomized whenever you load. So.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you'll end up remixing this?
What was that?
Do you think you'll end up updating or remixing it?
Yeah,
probably.
For sure. Probably add more things over time.
Yeah, now that MMC's over, we can go ham.
Fixes like changing this and making it work all the time.
Yeah, I was informed by the great probable prime that should probably use logics instead of components.
That's what he said when I was talking about it in the Discord, so.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard that one. Usually components is what they say because it's like more optimal or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Well, you know, you live, you learn.
The issue is never using components to evaluate whether the hands are in the right place, but then logics actually make a move and everything. So
yeah, we used a value equality driver of float Q, and Quaternions don't like that very much because math. But yeah, so we go through here, you go fall down, and as you can see, this is just a little teleport that takes you to here. Ah, there we go. Actually, I was here first.
I can't see. He ended up clipping through the ground.
Oh.
Was that an issue?
I think he did.
And then you had to add some colliders to different places where you fall.
Tom, you may have mentioned it. What's your favorite area of the map?
Oh, I kept saying the sewers. Wait, of this map, or like just the entire thing? I just love the way the sewers look. I love the way it looks so much.
I did
like.
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. By the way,
so,
one thing is that I basically I did the particle effect for breaking this, but also what's also interesting is that can we break it really quick?
Nope, because the game's not on. Lol.
Okay. Well, there's a bunch of debris here. Which I thought of about sort of last minute. Basically, I thought of like just replacing the it's basically just a convex hull brush, and I basically just replaced the texture on it, and bam, debris.
Nice.
Very good stuff.
Yeah.
And then as you can see below these are actual like areas. Somebody actually fell through them once, and so we ended up putting death planes down there so they wouldn't get stuck. But yeah, everything is like in case you had like a brighter light or anything, or an avatar that glows, you could see all the way down to the bottom if you wanted to.
They should have added black claws to the bottom to be like bottomless pits.
So that was the goal, to kind of like just in case.
Yeah. And then of course we have this room, which was not going to play the sound since we're in no clip because this uses a collider user tracker. But yeah, if you go out of no clip, you'll hear it. And then yeah, if you fall into it, you crunch. There you go. And then you go back to the save point. All right. Then after that, of course, you get the key, and then we can move on to the maze, which is over here. And as you can see, it's a lot bigger than advertised when we went through. I just took you through the speed route, but you can definitely get lost in here.
Rewards for going the wrong way.
Yeah, you get rewarded for going the wrong way with lore.
Who designed the maze?
For like looking around. Even if you find the exit, if you continue, you will be rewarded for exploring, basically.
Who
come down
ended up
here.
doing the maze? Who designed the maze, Comdog?
Oh, the maze. That was Titus.
Nice.
Yeah, Titus was going ham on these levels.
Yeah, like the
Wow.
Titus was the main level designer, of course,
Yeah.
but then Modern and Gerardo did some of them, which I think you mentioned previously.
Yeah, he was the lead, and then Modern. But like, don't get me wrong. Like, my favorite map, Don't Tell Titus, is Modern's map. Just shh. But
I think most of us were all night owls because you guys were just in here.
Oh, I was in here 24/7. I pulled graveyard shifts back to back.
You took a month off work. Not everybody can say that.
My sleep schedule is pretty screwed, so.
Oh yeah.
Left my actual job to work more on this.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
Well, I didn't have a
literally
job,
took an
but I have a job
entire
now.
month off of my real job.
Oh, you
Just for MC.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I own the company. I didn't get in trouble. But where do you go after the maze? Oh, you go back to the prison island, but we don't need to go back there. Let's go straight to the cell house. Yeah, it's over here. I love looking at the cell house from the outside because you get to see the big floaty room. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
You mentioned the thing we had to cut here.
Oh yeah, I should mention that. Over here, there's actually a section blocked off, but you'll notice that there's actually a huge thing in here. This was supposed to be a puzzle called the rotating room. Mr. Soupcan worked on it, but unfortunately we couldn't get it done fast enough. But it was really, really cool. There was like a block that was gonna have like eyeballs on it. You click a side and it would rotate the entire room, and then doors would open up and you would get a piece in here.
Semi-function.
Not in the game. I thought it was for it to be added eventually once you work on it.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was in the
semi-function,
game.
but no, it's semi-function, but it had a couple of problems that we didn't want to like have pop up
Yeah, we
during
need to
MC.
redo it anyway. That's kind of the whole issue. Like, it worked, but then we'd have to redo it because it wasn't really optimal, so.
Yeah, I couldn't get a chance to refactor it, so. But it was still really cool, and when it worked, it was awesome.
It's a cool little behind the scenes thing now.
Yeah, and then of course this is the mess hall, and you got the kitchen, and we got the cells, and then we got the little floaty sigil on the prison bed, and there's actually some lore inside of the prisons too. There's some papers around here. We got it hidden all throughout the game. If you find them all, I commend you.
Oh yeah.
Should have like a count of how many you found. It's just something to add.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. You get an achievement if you get all of them.
Yeah.
And then we come through here.
I keep coming up with ideas for things to like add or tweak.
And then you come over here, and this is the
hard
last
to get
room.
right, I think.
Yep. And then this is the little angel sequence. It does the really cool effect that I had done with the posterize thing, and then it fades out.
That was probably my favorite effect.
Oh. And then after that, you go to the cultist lair, and this is the last place. And you can hear Zane Third singing again. And
Zane.
That's pretty much everything, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much work. So
That's abandonware.
The secret is just to eat, sleep, and work.
Yeah,
eat, sleep,
sleep,
all the
work,
time. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
no,
some of these guys will tell you that I was kind of the bad guy for a lot of the stuff. I was very not aggressive, but I was very stern. Yes, I was very stern because I really wanted to get it done, and I was like, guys, we were submitting this before the deadline, not at the deadline. Everyone, what are you doing? Get off your butts and get in here.
I said like the 26th
I feel like it was kind of what we
deadline,
needed,
but that was
though.
like, you know, I'm not.
Yeah.
It was more like, hey, gotta like scare him.
Oh yeah, I actually made the deadline a week before the ending of MMC. That was the original dedeadline, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of needed that though, Conduct.
And stuff, and any bugs
It's kind of like encouragement in a way.
Yeah, I probably could have, you know, the stress hit all of us, right? So
it's okay,
especially around the end. But it worked out. That's all that matters, baby.
It was fun.
Yeah,
we did
it was really fun.
The interesting thing regarding the lore was that's when I came in.
Yeah.
Just work on this project just to do it.
It was awesome. All of it out as much as I could, along with Silveron. Silveron was a very good help providing input and brainstorming together with.
It's like take a lot of an impact in the story. You guys did great on that. I love reading those. I found as many as I could.
All right, so if that's everything, do you have any more questions about any of the back end or front end stuff?
Not that I can think of right now.
And feel free to come back anytime and
well,
just
actually,
play. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What would you suggest to people that are going to be participating in the MMC and future MMCs? Things to do, things to think about. What all would you suggest?
This is something you already said. I forgot exactly what you said word for word, but I'll just basically go down the list. Is like plan ahead. Kind of. It's okay to like kind of wing things and come up with stuff on the fly because that's creative, but make sure you have yourself a nice solid timeline. Make sure that everybody on the team, you can trust them, and make sure you build your team before doing anything, because an effective team can get more done in a month than a non-effective team filled with people who know how to do everything, right?
Agreed.
We had most of it planned out. In August, we had so many things going through our heads, and we even made a little community Discord for it, and it was pretty good.
And also check your licenses, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd be surprised, but got it. Like the wind of all things.
Yeah, the wind. Yeah, of all things.
Make better use of the first week or two instead of leaving everything to the last half of the month.
Well, hey, you can't pin me on that one. I was here every single day.
I modeled the sewer in like 2 days.
That's impressive, though. Like,
true.
It's still my favorite in like 2 days. Yeah. All right.
Thanks.
Well, once again, thank you for showing all this. Sorry it had to be so rushed. Like I really hope that people come back.
Thank you for extending the time. Like you have no idea.
No,
you need to take a break after this. Drink some water.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I still have to do some other things to get prepared. We're doing a haunted house actually.
Oh
tomorrow,
my God,
for directing it. So I need to make sure that it's all in order, and there's a number of things all processes that are normally done earlier in the week. So
I don't know how you do that.
It's pure insanity. That's all you need.
I've been VR. Crashed in the middle of
thank you again.
I only had 3 hours
your work's
of sleep,
awesome. Definitely, if you all haven't done it, you probably want to let the people from on a PS1 know about this. They're going to be pretty excited to see if you don't know who they are. And once again, y'all take care, and I look forward to everything else you all make in the future. This is going to be amazing.
See you around.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Thank you so much, though.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
This world's gonna close.
Bye.
Wait, what? Who's hosting this one?
I think it's headless.
Oh, this is a headless. Okay, cool. Nice. And thank you too for coming, Freaks.
No problem. Thanks so much for making this. Like, it's been like really incredible, like seeing like this kind of experience like made in EOS. Like you said it like earlier, but like that's pretty much like whenever we went through it, like that's how we felt. You kind of forget you're in EOS. It just this could be like an indie game.
Like this.
Yeah, that was kind of what we tried to do.
Yeah. Motivates others to make more maps in this platform, and that's what we need.
Like, do you remember Polyferum?
Yes.
The one that Dr. Frank made.
Yes,
That's one of the inspirations I had for making the game. Because when I went through Polyferum, I was like, wait, you can make games in here? That's like, like the Neos is a game engine, and I was like, all right, we're doing that here. Yeah.
It's also like a random thing, like, but like that's like properly using the edit mode. To actually like this one.
Yeah, we actually used the edit mode.
Good job on the edit mode. I did like that.
This is the first time I've seen edit mode do other things besides just this.
Yes.
Look at all the lasers,
like the text that you see around the world will not appear on the here in edit mode.
It's pretty much like what it was like originally like made for. Like, is like so you can have like something where like you can like toggle things on and off, like based on like whether you want to be like editing or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
I'm guessing that's probably one of the tutorials probably wants to do now.
Yes.
I'll see you guys.
He mentioned we gave him several ideas.
See you though, Fergs. Thank you so much for making those and everything.
Yeah. And thanks for those pictures you took also. Like, you took lots of pictures
Yeah.
going to Abandonware with Wraith, I saw.
Yeah.
We all enjoyed those.
Aw, I'm glad you enjoyed them. I kinda wanted to like just show something on people that like checking out all the experiences and so on, because last year I kinda streamed it, but there's been too much with this many entries. So at least I tried to do the pictures.
Yeah. I think Scranner's having finger problems.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Finger camera. Oh, there. No. My left joystick is a bit broken.
I sure can't.
Anyway, I really do need to go make dinner soon. Are we really going to try to do paper?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Also because I got up earlier today for MMC.
I was at work and my phone.
And 3 hours of sleep again.
Wait,
but,
what? I was doing some job training. But I heard the wonderful news and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just in disbelief and shock still.
Anyway, I'm going to actually Gaines just messaged me. What does he have to say? Oh, Squeak, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I guess I'll head back to the milk bar and say goodbye to him.
Just that. Yeah, you should.
Wow.
Bye for now.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Bubbles.
Oh, like it's amazing, like on this like projects, like so cool.
Get your bubbles.
Events like this encourage people to make more maps, and I like that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bit of texture glitch.
I would like see like just to be like inspiration for people like to do more like this. But like set the bar high.
I mean, I was hyped for this month. I was hyped for the MC month. I didn't realize how much it would get. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Even if we didn't win, it was fun. I learned things I needed to learn. I had a reason.
Yeah, I thought we weren't gonna win either. I just kind of just wanted to, you know, try to make something with friends because my friends were making something, and I was like, oh,
the team
I'm gonna start
that we did.
I'm gonna start playing. I mean,
we
no, I'm
had
gonna
a
start
good team
making.
system.
Yeah.
Right,
But yeah, this has turned out far beyond anything I could have imagined as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm just so proud of everyone.
Yeah, this is very good to bring out, actually.
Yeah.
Organization.
Yeah, some things we weren't able to add, and some things were a bit too ambitious.
Yeah. There's always like with any
Ideas.
project.
Sorry, what did you say?
That's pretty much with any project, like it's all like whatever we're like making, it's
Pretty
always
much.
gonna be stuff. And some
Yeah,
comes.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you know the feeling though, because I mean you freaking made this game, so yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty like natural part of any development. There's also like, I don't know, like even like this map is kind of giving me like a little bit of like Half-Life, like Amnesia like vibes, like into like the level design and so on, like how we like do the puzzles and like the themes and so on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is I guess slightly different than that then.
I mean, it is like it's just like hints of it, like it's the same like with the playtesting as well, like when you can run people through it and so on, like because that's what they do a lot. And
yeah,
those are some other games like they'll also like cut a lot of the content because like it either doesn't make it or doesn't work, and
yeah, there's
and they just like gonna build something that's polished.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, it's better to have something that's polished than a bunch of things that don't work. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, one more thing I'll probably say also is I was gonna say, oh yeah, there was actually a glitch that we also found that I also found when going with a friend where I basically there was something up with the bridge and I basically had to shoot my friend across with the architect. It was funny.
Oh no.
I shot my friend across the big area in the sewers. You know the bridge. Yeah, I had to shoot them with the architect in order to get them out. I thought that was funny. I thought you'd find that funny, but yeah.
Yes, that's
Anyway.
what this I had to. This was all me, so I had to not only put everything in, I had to keep it updated. I
You did
also
great
added
on the
because
cello.
you can do customization with automation on it. I had little buttons for in case I wasn't around. They can click little buttons to update it automatically to what tag it's supposed to be on, and it'll
Also,
automatically do that.
I'll probably go do a different instance though, but it was
Yeah.
a pleasure. Definitely.
Okay. Make sure I get some rest too.
Sorry?
I'll make sure I get some rest as well. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See you though.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.